Hello everybody, welcome back. So glad you could make it. Thank you for joining me. If you're new here, my name is Renata. Welcome. This is my channel where I like to show off my plants, talk about how I'm growing them, talk about some tips or tricks I've learned over my lifetime of owning houseplants, tips and tricks I've learned from my parents who owned houseplants before they had me, and some that I've picked up from other YouTube creators, and some that I've just learned on my own along the way. Today's video is going to be short and sweet. It is a March faves video. I have 6 plants that I want to show you. I'm in the middle of doing my whole houseplant tour, and so I have been showing off all my plants and really getting to kind of talk about what I'm enjoying about all of them as I'm showing them to you. So it was hard to pick 6 that seemed extra special. But I tried to pick some that showed signs of spring coming or that are showing some exciting growth that I'm really excited about. So the first plant I want to show you is my magnolia. It is not a magnolia at all. It is a begonia. It is a begonia Lunar Lights Harvest Moon. I finally remembered to look at the tag before I start talking about it, so I knew the name of the plant. And it is this one. So if you've been watching my videos, the Plantastrophe video, part 1 and part 2, you will have heard me talk about this plant. But basically, this is a plant that got super dried out over the winter and dropped all its leaves. And it is making a comeback. And I wasn't sure for a little while it was going to flower and I wasn't sure it was going to put out leaves. Like, it looked like it was going to put out 1 leaf. But it has given me 2 new leaves. So this leaf is a little wonky. And then this one. Sorry, the puppy is playing with its saucer. Bertie, please stop. Bertie. Anyway, yes, the puppy is not helping the filming. But it's a magnolia that right now is looking very sort of purpley red in tone. The smaller leaf, you can see some of how sort of dark green it was. Oops, sorry. Bertie, come on, please leave everything alone. So the smaller leaf, you can see sort of how dark greeny it was. When this plant was larger, you can sort of see even on this leaf as I move it around that it's got a lot of iridescence to it. And it had sort of a bluish, like there you can get a little bit of that bluish greenish mermaid tail kind of iridescence. And that was what I really loved about this plant. And I was really, really hoping that it would make a comeback. And it did. And while it's still not looking like much, it is looking better than it had been. And I'm very excited to see the new growth on it and to know that I didn't totally kill this plant while I was away. So I'm going to put this plant down. And I'm going to try to figure out some solution to keep the puppy a little bit calmer. And I will be back to you in a second. Not that you will be aware of the time difference, but I will. We'll see how well it goes with the puppy. Immediately he has attacked my hair tie. Oh, baby boy. Oh, baby boy. Anyway, the next plant I wanted to show you is another one that is making a comeback after my winter trip where it was neglected. Okay, Bertie, come on. You can have my hair tie if you will just leave me alone. Spoiled puppy. Spoiled puppy. It is my cat whisker maranta. And right now it's kind of hard to see the pattern on the leaves because they're still so small and it's still so recently recovered. But I'm really excited. It has put out 3 growth points and it is giving me a fourth one just right there in front of my index finger. There's a fourth shoot, and there's more growth coming in right here. That one you'll have to trust me on, I'm afraid. And there may be yet more growth to come. But I'm very, very happy to see this plant having survived, because again, if you watch the plantastrophe videos, in the second one I was pretty sure that this plant was not going to make it. I had chopped it all the way back, chopped off all the dead leaves. I knew it still had a good root system, but I just chopped everything and thought that would work. But when my second plantastrophe video, it was starting to mold. So I was not sure that it was going to make it, but it turns out that it did. I don't know, I didn't take the mold off. I didn't do anything else special to it. I just let it grow. I just left it alone and ignored it. And this is what I got for my patience, is 3 leaves. So at least 4 growth points, and one of these growth points is pushing out another new leaf already. So it's pretty exciting. So anyway, this is my Maranta cat whisker, also Maranta no ID cat whisker. Very excited about it. Very glad that it has survived. It is now my second favorite Maranta after the Maranta Lemon Lime, now that it's back in my collection. Another plant that is giving me exciting growth and that I just wanted to, I just feel like is giving some signs of spring in my house, is this, well, it's not a plant, it's a collection of plants, and that is this collection of Tradescantias that I have. So these I showed in the video of my trades that I got when I got back from the winter holidays. So this Tradescantia has rooted really nicely and is growing really well for me. And I have 2 pieces of it, so there's a second one here. Oh, I don't want to pull on it too much. And then this Tradescantia has made a little comeback. This one that has the green on green variegation and the darker green stripe in the middle. This one here, there's one here in the middle. Yeah, that one there in the middle is not rooting very well for me. In fact, I think I'm probably not gonna get much out of it. But the others are all doing really well. And this one here that looks really sad and dead is actually attached to this leaf here. So it put out new growth way down at the base. So I have 2 of these light green Tradescantias and then 2 of these green fuzzy ones. And pretty soon I'm gonna have to pot them up into their own little pots. But for the time being, as a sign of growth and renewal and the arrival of spring, pretty excited about them because they have rooted really well, they're taking off, they're growing, and I'm happy about that. Bertie boy. The next plant I want to show you is this anthurium. So I am currently absolutely in love with this anthurium. I don't know what kind of anthurium it is. It's a hybrid. It was sold as a papilolaminum hybrid, but obviously it's hybridized with something that is long and strappy, because these are some pretty long leaves. There was obviously some problem with this leaf when it was emerging, and it did get damaged, but still it's my newest leaf and it's by far the largest leaf, and I'm very excited about it. And if you look here, whoop, okay, so if we look here at this tip, it is giving me another new leaf already. So this leaf is just, it hasn't even finished hardening off and it's already giving me another new leaf. So I'm hopeful that that leaf will come out without any issues and without any damage, and that it will be even larger and more lovely than the most recent leaf. And I'm just really excited to see how this plant continues to grow and what it's going to do. And yeah, but I've been very excited. It gave me, all 3 of these leaves have emerged since the winter time. So I'm pretty thrilled with how quickly it's growing and how quickly it's sizing up. And I just can't wait to see what more it does, what more happens with this plant. The second to last plant I want to show you is my Anthurium clarinervium. I had started filming showing it to you and was rudely interrupted by Bertie, who wanted to insert himself on my lap right where I was holding the plant. It was making things very difficult for me. But yeah, let me show you this Anthurium clarinervium. So here it is. It's not the most beautiful or spectacular of Anthurium clarinerviums. This is the best leaf it's ever given me. It's smaller than my hand, so it's not even that spectacularly large. After that leaf, it gave me this leaf that would have been even nicer, except that it came out very wonky with only one real lobe. And then it was getting ready to flower, so it gave me this leaf that's even smaller. And then this leaf also was too near a grow light, so it's gotten a little bit beaten up on the edge here, etc., etc., etc. It did flower over the winter, and I did just leave the inflorescence on because I don't mind the inflorescences on the plants. I don't mind that it leads to smaller leaves. I don't know. I was busy. I had other things to do. I just didn't take the time to cut the inflorescence off. But since I have removed the inflorescence, I finally did do it. It has started giving me this new leaf. And that is what I am truly excited about, is this new leaf. So we're going to bend the leaf down so you can see it. So the first thing is, I'm really excited about the color on this leaf. Eventually it will turn green like the older leaves, but for the time being it's coming in this sort of browny orange red color. It's a little hard to say. Obviously with my fingers behind it, it's changing the tone. The other thing I really like is if you look at the central vein and some of the secondary veins, they're a little bit reddish. And if I can show you the back of the leaf, if I can do this, but I have 2 left hands apparently. So you can see that central vein is pretty red on the back of the leaf too. But yeah, I'm just mostly excited about this new leaf that's emerged with proper lobes. And I'm hoping that it will, it's growing right towards the grow light. So I don't want it to grow into the grow light or too close to the grow light and get burnt. But I'm hoping that it will emerge, now that it's done flowering, it will emerge and be at least as large as this leaf, if not larger. But if not, then not. It's okay. It's still a sign of, again, spring coming, new growth coming in, and I'm pretty excited about that. So that's my Anthurium clarinervium. The last plant I'm going to show you, I'm going to take you off the tripod to show you because it's one of the plants that's attached to the wall. And it's one of the plants that for a long time I've been kind of like, meh. It's vining up the wall, but there's some really exciting updates about it. So I'm really excited to be able to include it in this March faves video. So again, I will be right back and you will not notice the time difference. This last plant I'm going to show you is my Rhaphidophora decursiva. And I know that at first blush, it doesn't look like much. There's dryness on some of the leaves. It's meh. I had told you that I had to prune it back in a couple of places because it just kept putting out a lot of vine without putting out leaves. So it's got some bare patches on it. And in fact, this section here that has all this bare patch, I was thinking of pruning it back, but it started giving me a new leaf. And look at that new leaf. It is beautiful. So it has started to split the way Rhaphidophora decursivas do split. And I'm hoping I'll get more leaves with less of this long viney section, long bare viney section. But I don't know. But I was just so excited to see the splits on the decursiva because I know that it can take a long time to get them and not everyone does. So as much as the rest of it's kind of not necessarily much to look at, it's some pretty greenery. I'm really excited about those splits in the leaf, and I want to leave you with those splits as your last view of this plant. Those are my favorite plants from my collection for the month of March. I have really been enjoying seeing them in my collection, watching them grow, seeing the signs of spring arriving. And in fact, today as I'm filming it is the first official day of spring. So I have been getting to watch those signs of spring arriving through these plants and a few others in my collection, but these are really the ones that I've been enjoying the most. And just kind of noticing the days getting longer, noticing that even though it's still been quite cold at times, we are trending towards warmer days, and we've had a few days that have been extremely warm as well. I am wearing a tank top today. I did just come from the gym, but still it's warm enough that I could go to the gym in a tank top. So 3 days ago it was below freezing. Today I'm at the gym in a tank top. That's where our weather has been. That's how spring is in these parts. I'm a little distracted by what's happening with the animals over there. But in any case, what I wanted to say was I hope that you enjoyed seeing these plants, seeing the little signs of spring that they are indicators of, little harbingers of spring or spring's arrival. And if you did enjoy this video, I would very much appreciate it if you would hit the like button and if you would subscribe to my channel also. I hope you have a lovely, lovely, wonderful, great day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.